category today is word origins. Think about that, make your wagers, and we'll come back and reveal the clue.
Well, that should be a good category for someone who coaches a 4-time defending state champion spelling bee team. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams. We saw another one of those $2,000 clues that was way too obvious to be what one of the players said she thought it was, and that was very late in Double Jeopardy with that tossing the bones in denial. If it's 2,000, it's not going to be Cairo. You got to go farther upstream for that one. And that cost Lauren. She's got 9,200. Had she gotten that right, she'd be in the lead, but that belongs to Chris, 12,400, who missed a couple daily doubles, but that didn't seem to hurt him too much. And Dianne, she's going to want to go for everything here. 2,600 is probably not going to get a wild card spot. I ran a few simulations of what I thought might happen based on past teachers' tournament performances, and I came up with 4 wildly different amounts. I think 15,600 was the highest, and 4,100 was the lowest, so I picked one that was pretty close to the middle, 10,600. That was the second lowest. I think 11,500 was also in there. But I don't know how to predict it, and if you're on stage, you have no idea either, so we'll go through the math anyway. Diane's going to go for everything. I hope. Lauren, 9,200, doubles up 18,400, so to cover her, Chris would have to wager 6,000, and on the downside, that would be 6,400, so that would be another 32, so 28 at most, and 5,200. Yeah, Lauren's fine with that. 2,800. That'll stay above Dianne, so Dianne's pretty much sunk here in terms of winning, but she could, of course, pull out one of those wild cards. Lauren could go bigger than 9,200 if she doesn't like. What would she have as a total? She'd have 12,000. Not a bad total. Chris could try to, outsmart her by going for less than 400. Lauren, of course, could go for something like 3,201 and try to cover Chris by $1. We'll see. But, I don't know. We haven't had a lot of teachers' tournaments, so there's not a lot of data to run on these. If I'm Lauren, I'd probably go big, because I personally like word origins. Chris, I'd go big, for Dianne for everything. A couple of $1,600 clues that were really, really easy. You were spotted the younger for an 18th century prime minister, and I'm not going to do a Barney impersonation here. And also name a Billy Ray Cyrus hit. Can anyone name any Billy Ray Cyrus song other than Achy Breaky Heart? Yes, I know someone out there can, but I mean, regular people who are not addicted to bad music from the early 90s. I mean, the only reason Billy Ray Cyrus is known today is because of his daughter. I mean, she has more talent than him, I would say. Although, depending on what your definition of talent is, that is quite up for debate. I was going to skip through some of this because I don't have too much analysis tonight, and I probably won't at all this week. So, luckily, we've reached the end of the train. And, no lead commercial.
Clue. From the Greek for all views, this word was first used to describe a large 1787 painting of Edinburgh by artist Robert Barker. You have 30 seconds, players. Good luck.
Pan is all. Panorama would describe a large painting, so that seems like I'm not even going to think about that too much. Views Rama? Orama? Diorama would have something to do with that, I'm sure. Alright, so everyone is going to be happy with this one, I think.
Dianne, we come to you first. You had trouble with that signaling button today, I'm sorry to say. But let's see what happened in Final Jeopardy. What did you write down? Oh, you weren't able to write down your correct response. So it's going to cost you how much money?
Oh, I'm really surprised by that.
That leaves you with $100. Let's go to Lauren Gilmore now. She was in second place with 9,200. Her response was the correct one. What is a panorama? And she will add how much money? 1,800 only.
Okay.
That bumps her up to 11,000. She's not in the lead. Chris still there. Did he get panorama? He did indeed.
Go for the lockout? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He's a good player.
He is the winner today. He becomes a semifinalist with 18,401. And Lauren, that 11,000 may help you for those wild cards.
And even 100. Who knows? It's happened in the past. So we have our first quarterfinalists, or semifinalists today. Congrats, Chris. And we'll wait to see how Lauren and Dianne do. And of course, I'll run the stats to see what chance they have of making it to the next round as wild cards. At the beginning of the show, Alex pointed out that Lauren had won the toss to be at the champs podium. And by won the toss, he means she has the first last name alphabetically. That's all that they use to determine podium seating in the first round of tournaments that don't require qualification. So the TOC, it's based on winnings, but here they don't have anything to go off. So they just give it to whoever has the earliest last name. And of course, people like me, Williams, who always have to stand at the end of the line, get farther that way. The Timberland and Timberlake and Timberlane. Was Lauren thinking Tamerlane there? I don't know. That was really funny because I think maybe was it Dianne who went for Timberlake first? Maybe she was thinking of one of the songs they did together back for Super Sex Love Sounds, or Future Sex Love Sounds. My Love was a big one. Cry Me a River, I think. That was even earlier than that. I think that was Timbaland as well, but that was really amusing. Yeah, I think that's all I had. Oh yeah, the Zumba dancing was really funny by Chris. And that Azkaban clue, I don't know. Dianne might have had an argument there because they didn't say prison. They said in detention, and there might have been a case where Harry was actually in detention and Dementors came to find him. I can't remember. I just remember that the most haunting scene of all those books, for me anyway, came in the third, where Harry is playing a Quidditch match and he looks down and he sees 100 Dementors just looking up at him, sucking his happiness out of him. I'm really sad they didn't put that in the film, but that was it's one of the few literary passages that have ever given me goosebumps just reading it. There's one Sherlock Holmes that did that, and a few others that I can think of. That's a very rare feat. Okay, that's enough for today. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll have a slate of 3 more quarterfinalists looking to get that 100,000 and ticket to the Tournament of Champions to play against people like Buzzy and Andrew Powell and so many others, many of whom have yet to be determined. All right, we'll see you then, right here on the Final Wager.